What's up, guys? My name is Steve and this is Tech Teardown. We're a brand new tech channel where we do tech reviews, tech teardowns of new PC hardware, and we also do PC building. So if that type of content interests you, please consider subscribing to our channel. Alright, so today in this video we have ourselves a brand new GeForce GTX 1660 Ti. It's a brand new Nvidia card. It's a cut down Turing architecture, and I have the EVGA Black XC edition for ITX, and we're going to do an unboxing and a review. And so just to go do a quick overview of what we got here. So this is the 1060 from the Pascal architecture, and this thing right here has 48 ROPS and 80 TMUs. And this card, the 1660 Ti, also has 48 ROPS but 96 TMUs. And we're going to also compare this to the 2060, which has 48 ROPS but 120 TMUs. Alright, so we're going to start the unboxing here and see what we got. And just a little bit of information about this card while I'm doing the unboxing. So this card does not have any of the ray tracing or tensor cores like the 2060 card does. It has a 1770 megahertz boost clock and a 6,144 megabytes of DDR6 VRAM and a 288 gigabyte memory bandwidth. All right, I'm probably not in the shot. All right. Very nicely wrapped in bubble wrap. We got an extra layer of foam. That is some serious packing. And wow, this thing is thick for an ITX card. All right, look at that. That is beautiful. Nice look right here. Very thick fin array for the heatsink. Got a single fan cooler. This does not support SLI, most like all other lower end GPUs from the Nvidia market do not. We have a display port, an HDMI, and a DVI input. No USB-C. But yeah, if you can compare it here to our old 1660 or 1060, this is the gigabyte. We have the EVGA, of course. And all right, guys, I think that's going to be it for the unboxing. Now we're going to go and switch over to the review, where I'm going to start benchmarking some games and get some temperatures and see how this thing performs. So see what we can get. Alright guys, so I'm back. I have the 1660 Ti graphics card loaded in our test system. We're testing it in a system here with a Ryzen 5 1600 at just base clocks, no overclocking done. I also have 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM with 3000 megahertz speed, also not overclocked. I'm not going to overclock the graphics card. We're just going to see what we can get out of the box with this entire system. You're probably wondering why I'm testing this card on a system with just a Ryzen 5 1600 and not a better CPU. The reason for that is, if you want to see the best performance you can get out of this card, Gamers Nexus, Jay's 2 Cents, Hardware Unboxed, they've all done their testing with a 9900K, and that's going to get you like the best overall performance out of this card when you pair it with the best CPU on the market right now. So I don't think there's going to be too many people out there pairing a $280 graphics card with a $9,900 K, or I mean with a $500 CPU or a $600 CPU, however much that CPU is going for nowadays. So the Ryzen 5 1600, you can pick it up if you're anywhere near a Micro Center for about $100 now. 6 cores, 12 threads, has pretty decent performance for gaming right now. For at least for the money, price to performance is really good on this CPU. So I think this is a more realistic scenario for most people shopping on a budget. So we got a budget CPU with a budget graphics card. So that's the reason why we did that. Now, I'm about to load up Metro Exodus. I'm going to do some live gameplay footage with you guys just to see what type of frames we're going to get. I'm going to also do some benchmarking and see what temperatures and all that, because I have MSI Afterburner running to show us all of that live footage while we're playing the game. And then once we're done with that, I'm going to load up a couple other games and show you those, not on camera, just I'll flash some gameplay with the average FPS over the screen so you guys can see that. But we're not going to test a lot of games. Just had a power outage that lasted an entire day, so we're really behind on a lot of things with this. So I'm just going to test a couple games for you guys, and we'll see what we can get on those. All right. So I'll be right back. I'll get Metro Exodus going up. I'll go over the graphical settings that we have set up on screen, and then we'll get to playing the game and going over some of those benchmarks. All right, so we'll be right back. All right, guys, so I am about to go ahead and start benchmarking Metro. We're going to do some live gameplay. Just want to show you the settings that we have going on for it. So I'm playing at 1920 by 1080, have ultra quality settings, VSync turned off, motion blur turned to the lowest setting possible. We have DirectX 12. We have Hairworks off, advanced physics turned off, but we also have tessellation turned on, interest optic filtering 16x, and shading rate 1.0. Alright, so we're going to start monitoring temperatures and frames per second and see what we're getting with this card. Alright, so we're about to play some Metro Exodus. I've been tasked to go get a carriage for the train. So let's see what kind of performance we're getting. Alright, so we've got a nice nasty storm going on, so we got some nice effects. And right off the bat, I'm already seeing performance below 60 frames per second, which is new for me so far today. I have not seen FPS this low yet. So we're getting over 60 now. And the GPU's been around 62 degrees pretty much the whole time I've been playing. I've been playing for about 2 hours now. Now I'm getting over 70 FPS. And the GPU's about 92% usage right now. But everything looks really good. This game is beautiful, as you could probably see here. Let me see where I need to go. I have quite a long trip, so I'm going to start running. But yeah, we're over 70 FPS. I've seen it go over 100 FPS at times, 90. I'm going to benchmark this though and see what our overall average is. Alright, yeah, so we're up to 65 degrees Celsius. Oh god. Shoot. Getting attacked by some gargoyle looking thing. Oh man, that's brutal. Oh god, these things are everywhere. Oh! What is happening? Did I just get... What was that? Did I just like get picked up and dropped by a bat or something? Yep, that's what happened. That fucking asshole. Alright, So I'm going to stand under this bridge and figure out where I need to go. Apparently I'm right where I need to be. Alright, so where should I go? Alright, so I'm still over 70 FPS, about hitting 80 right now. Still about 95% GPU usage at 66 degrees Celsius. Let's get in here. Maybe this is where our buddy is. Alright. Yeah, so we're at 70 FPS. I'm going to keep playing this for a little bit and get you guys a benchmark and see what our overall FPS is. But as you can see, we're around 67 degrees Celsius. CPU is at about 40% usage. But this game is looking pretty good. So I'm really liking what you can get out of this $280 graphics card. But I'm going to get some benchmarks on the screen here for you guys now. And I will do a wrap up after that. All right, guys, the benchmarks are in, and I think the 1660 Ti is going to be the new budget king. This thing shreds for only $280, comparable to the RX 590, which comes in at $260. So you're only spending $20 more, and you're getting a ton more performance. This thing gets you about 1070 performance. And despite the 6 GB VRAM limitation, where the 1070 had 8 GB of VRAM, so the 1660 Ti is going to be your budget king compared to the RTX 2060, which comes in at $350 for the base model. I think this thing for only $280 is going to be the go-to budget king graphics card at this time. What do you think down in the comments? What did you think of the performance of this card? I think this card is amazing value. The RTX 2060, you're paying a premium for ray tracing cores and tensor cores, which helps you with DLSS and ray tracing. And I don't think that that is at all at par to where you should be spending money on that premium. Ray tracing, you only get it in Battlefield 5 and in Metro Exodus. Or Battlefield 5, you're not going to be playing multiplayer with ray tracing on. It's going to really hurt your performance. You don't want to do that. And the DLSS has just turned out to be a complete bust. It blurs your image and looks like crap. So definitely stay away from the RTX 2060 right now. If you're at all interested in the ray tracing, you're really going to want to stay on the higher end ones with the 2070, 2080, or 2080 Ti. I do have my 2080 Ti. I don't even use the ray tracing in Battlefield 5 because all I play is the multiplayer in the game. Who plays single player in Battlefield anymore these days? The only time I use it now is with Metro Exodus, and it looks beautiful. I will say that. But right now we're just talking about budget cards. So the 1660 Ti over the RTX 2060 any day. Don't pay that extra premium. You're not going to really use the ray tracing. And the DLSS, as I said, is a complete bust. So 1660 Ti is going to be your go-to card right now. Highly recommend it. I can't say that enough. All right, for the benchmarks, the Shadow of the Tomb Raider benchmark and the Ghost Recon Wildlands benchmark, I did use the built-in benchmark for that. So just to get you an overall baseline for that. And for Overwatch, Apex Legends, and Metro Exodus, I just used gameplay footage and benchmarked that. All right, the graphics card temperature for a single fan card, that thing kept cool the whole time. I played Metro Exodus for about 4 to 5 hours, never saw the card go. The highest I saw it was at 68 degrees Celsius, and that was only for a moment. It really stayed around 62 to 65 degrees Celsius, which is fantastic, but it probably has a lot to do with that thick heat sink there. That three slot card for what's mostly meant for an ITX build. Really surprising, but it really works, and it really kept the temperatures down. So really good overall performance temperature wise. So like I said, this is going to be your new budget king. Really like that. You have a whole bunch of other options with the Zotac and MSI and Gigabyte. They have 2-fan budget cards as well for that $280 price. You got Asus that's charging their extra premium, but you are going to be able to overclock that a lot more and maybe even get closer to that RTX 2060 performance. So like I said earlier on in this video, I was suffering of a power outage where I had my power out for an entire day. So I wasn't able to do everything I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to test more games for you guys. So once my power came back on, I just stuck to the more demanding games and Apex Legends, since that's one of the more popular ones. Overwatch, I'd already had benchmarked that one before the power went out. So because of the power outage, like I said, I wasn't able to do everything I wanted to do. One of which is comparing the card to the 1060, showing the benchmarks on that, since this used to be the budget king back in the day. This thing still goes for $220, so I think this card is pretty much useless, and I don't recommend buying it anymore. Just spend that extra money on the 1660 Ti. You won't regret it. Unless you're buying the 1060 used, which I would maybe spend about $100, $150 at the most on a used 1060. Just make sure it's not a mining card. I know some YouTubers will recommend mining cards. I do not. Other than that, other things I wanted to do with the 1660 Ti, I'm going to do in some upcoming videos. If you wanted to see the 1060 video, just let me know down in the comments and I'll consider doing that in the future. But for the 1660 Ti, other things I want to do. One of our viewers in a previous video suggested that they wanted to see a $1,200 PC build video. So I'm going to oblige him and do that, and I'm going to use the 1660 Ti in that build. Another thing is I wanted to do DirectX 11 and DirectX 12 direct comparisons. So I'm going to do a video just based on that. If you are interested in that, please let us know down in the comments what games you want to test. Just make sure that the games that you suggest offer both the DirectX 11 and DirectX 12 APIs in the options. Alright, so if you've made it this far in this video, please consider subscribing because we have a whole bunch more content just like this coming up in the future. Like I said, we're going to do a bunch of tech reviews, PC building, and teardowns. So if you're interested in that content, make sure you're subscribed. And just to give you a little glimpse into the future, these are some of the ideas that I have for videos coming up in the future. Starting off here, I have the 8800 GTS. The 8800 came out in 2007, and this card was the graphics card king back in the day. Now, you do not want to miss that video because of this card. The cards that we have today would never have existed. This thing set the standard for graphics card and pushed us right into the future for graphics card technology. So really looking forward to that. Now, other than that, I also have the GeForce 4. This thing is a relic, and we're going to be using this card just for a tutorial video to show you guys how you can replace blown capacitors on a graphics card. Now, you only want to do that if you've been out of a warranty and you have nothing else to lose, just trying to get your dead graphics card back to life. So we are going to be coming in and showing you how to do that. But I don't think we're going to be able to get this thing back up and running regardless, because this is an AGP slot card. That's how old this thing is. It doesn't even support PCI Express. But regardless, I think this is going to be a great reference to show you guys how you can replace blown capacitors. So if that's something of interest of you, make sure to subscribe so you can see that. Other than that, we also have a $200 gaming PC video that we want to come up and do for you guys. I think you're going to really like that if you're into the budget builds. And that PC that we have lined up for you is going to shred, and it's only going to be for $200. So if you're looking in the $300 or less gaming budget, that is something you're going to want to look forward to, because we definitely have that coming up for you soon. And I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. Let us know down in the comments, what did you think of the 1660 Ti? This thing, like I said, I love this card, and I think it's going to be the new budget king of graphics cards, blowing away the RX 590, making that completely just useless. And 1070, this card's going to be replacing that. It has 1070 performance, so really good. Really liking what we got for only $280. Alright guys, so if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see more content from us, make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so YouTube gives you the notifications of when we upload. And we will see you guys in the next video.